Hi students, welcome to my channel Thoughts of
In
Physics.
the video series of ray optics, in this class, I am going to explain a simple microscope and its magnifying power. So first, what is simple microscope? So simple microscope is an optical instrument or device. It is used to observe the magnified images of tiny objects which are close to the eye. The magnified images of small objects which are close to the eye. Now this simple microscope, it uses a convex lens or converging lens of small focal length. Converging lens or convex lens of small focal length. Now the principle of working of this simple microscope. What is the principle on which this simple microscope works? That is, if an object is placed at a distance less than the focal length of the lens. So every lens has its own focal length. If the object is placed at a distance less than the focal length of that lens, then virtual, erect and enlarged image is formed. If the object distance is less than the focal length of the lens, virtual, erect and enlarged image is formed. So that's why the simple microscope is also called as magnifying lens, because magnified, the image is magnified. Now let us determine the expression for the magnifying power of a simple microscope in both the cases. Both the cases means, the first case is when the image formed at near point, and the second case is when the image formed at infinity. In both the cases, let us determine the magnifying power of a simple microscope. Now let us determine the expression for the magnifying power of a simple microscope when the image formed at near point. Near point means it is denoted by D. It is also called as least distance of distinct vision. So what is this least distance of distinct vision means? The closest distance from the eye for which the eye lens can focus the image on the retina. That means the closest distance for which the object is clearly visible. That is called near point. That is called least distance of distinct vision also. Now, when the image formed at near point or least distance of distinct vision, then what is the magnifying power of simple microscope? Let us discuss that. Now, for that, let us draw the ray diagram when the image formed at near point. Now, let us consider. Already we have discussed this simple microscope. It consists of a convex lens or a converging lens. Now, let us consider. So, this is a convex lens. So, it is a convex lens. Convex lens. Now, let us draw the principal axis. This is the principal axis. Now, let us consider an object is placed at a distance less than the focal. That is the principle. When the object is placed at a distance less than the focal length, erect, virtual and enlarged image is formed. Let us consider this is the object which is placed at a distance less than the focal length of the lens. Now, to form the image of this object, we need to consider light rays, minimum 2 light rays. So the light rays are, so a light ray which is parallel to the principal axis. This is the light ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Whenever the light ray is parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it passes through the principal focus. It passes through the principal focus. Now let us consider after refraction, it passes through the principal focus. This, let us say, this is the principal focus of the lens. After refraction, it passes to the principal focus. The second light ray, which is passing through the optic center of the lens. Optic center means the geometric center of the lens is called optic center. Now, whenever a light ray passing through the optic center, it does not deviate. This is the light ray which is passing through the optic center. It does not deviate. Now, so the image is here, object is placed at a distance less than the focal length. So the image is virtual image and erect image and enlarged image is formed. So to form the image of this object, Now let us extend the light rays like this. Let us extend the light rays. This is the light ray which is extended, this light ray, and this is now the light ray which we extended this. At this particular point, the two light rays meet. The two light rays meet at this particular point. Here, the image is formed. This is the image. Now let us say AB. AB is the object. A dash, B dash is the image. Now this is the ray diagram of the simple microscope when the image formed at D. Let us say the image formed at a distance of capital D. Capital D means the least distance of distinct vision. Now this is the capital D distance. Capital D from this optic center at a distance of capital D, that is near point the image is formed. Now let us find the linear magnification of simple microscope. Linear magnification. Linear magnification. We know the formula of linear magnification of a lens, that is M is equal to V by U. The ratio of image distance to the object distance. That is called linear magnification. Let it be equation number 1. Now we know thin lens formula. In the previous classes we have discussed what is thin lens formula. That is the thin lens formula. So the thin lens formula is 1 by V minus 1 by U, that is equal to 1 by F. In this expression, V is image distance, U is object distance, F is focal length of this lens. This is called thin lens formula. From this formula, you can write 1 by U is equal to. So 1 by U can be written as, if you take this minus 1 by U, this side it becomes plus 1 by U. And if this 1 by F, if you transfer this side, it becomes finally 1 by V minus 1 by F. So 1 by U is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by F you will get. Now let us substitute the value of 1 by U in the equation number 1. Right. Now from the equation number 1 implies. From the first equation implies. First equation is magnification. M is equal to V by U. So V into 1 by U. Here V into 1 by U you can write. V by U can be written as V into 1 by U. In place of that 1 by U, you can write this 1 by V minus 1 by F. 1 by V minus 1 by F. Now just multiply this V into the equation, then you will get, so V by V minus V by F. Now, so V get cancelled, you will get, that is 1 minus V by F. This is the magnification. Let it be equation number 2. Now, here image is formed at a distance capital D, that is at near point. At the least distance of distinct vision, the image is formed. We have considered that case, first case. Now, the image distance, when image is formed at D. Image is formed at D. D means near point. So you can take image distance V is equal to D. And if you take the sign convention, so according to the sign convention, this is the incident light direction, arrow mark. But we are taking always the distances are measured from the optic center of a lens. We are measuring in the opposite direction of incident light. So it is taken as negative sign. V is equal to minus D, sign convention. Now take this V is equal to minus V D and substitute in the equation number 2. That is, from the second equation implies, that is M is equal to 1 minus V can be written as minus D over F. Then finally M is equal to 1 minus into minus, that is plus 1 plus D by F. This is the magnification or magnifying power. magnification or magnifying power of a simple microscope when the image formed at near point. When the image formed at near point or least distance of distinct vision. Now, the second case is the magnifying power of a simple microscope when the image formed at infinity. Why we need to consider this case? Means, in the previous case we have discussed when the image formed at near point. So, near point means it is the closest distance at which the image can be seen clearly and conveniently. But if you see the image for a long time at that position, the eye may get strained. The eye may get strained. To avoid that problem, sometimes the image formed at infinity is considered to view the image with the relaxed eye. With the relaxed eye without any strain. So that's why the image formed at infinity can be considered. Now, here the image formed at infinity we consider. Now, let us draw the ray diagram for this. So, before that, here the magnifying power we need to calculate when the image formed at infinity. Now, let us consider an object of a height HO. The size of the object is HO. Let the size means height. Size means height. Size of the object. The size of the object is HO. Here HO means size of the object. Now, so this object obtained the maximum angle at the eye and it can be seen clearly when it is placed at capital D, that is near point. When the object is placed at near point and it may maximum angle and it can be seen clearly with the naked eye without a lens. That means, for example, let us consider here, this is the object. This is the object. The height of the object is HO. HO means height of the object. Now, okay, now this is the eye. At this eye, now this is the angle made by the object, theta O. Theta O is the angle made by the object. Now we are seeing with the naked eye without any lens here. You have to understand the point. There is no lens here. Now, when you place the object at a distance of capital D, then it makes maximum angle and it can be seen clearly without the lens, with the naked eye. Now, in this case, the angle made by the object is theta O. Theta O. Now, take here tan theta O. Tan theta O is equal to the tan theta formula, opposite side by adjacent side. So, opposite side is, for this theta O, opposite side is HO by adjacent side is D. HO by D. Now, for small angle, you can apply small angle approximation. That is, for small angle, we can apply small angle approximation. For small angle, you can write tan theta O is equal to theta O. Tan theta O can be written as theta O for small angle. So, that is called small angle approximation. Now, here theta O can be written as HO by D. HO by D. This is the value of theta O. Theta O means angle made by the object. So, in this case, when the image formed at infinity, we are going to find angular magnification. Angular magnification. Angular magnification means the ratio of angle made by the image to the angle made by the object. We'll discuss it later. This is the angle made by the object we have determined here. When the object is placed at a distance capital D. Because why we have placed at a distance of capital D means for convenient view and it makes the angle theta O, the maximum angle. Now, for small angle approximation, we can consider theta O is equal to HO by D. This is the value of theta O. Now, let us draw the ray diagram when the image formed at infinity. When the image formed at infinity, let us draw the ray diagram. Now see, let us take the simple microscope, means it consisting of a converging lens. So now this is the converging lens. Simple a convex lens. Convex lens or a converging lens. Right. Now let us draw the principal axis. Now, when object is placed, if the image has to be formed at infinity, means the object should be placed at principal focus. Now let us consider this is the principal focus of the lens. If the object placed at the exactly principal focus, this is the object. Object is AB. AB is the object which is placed exactly at the principal focus. Then the image formed at infinity. The image formed at infinity. If the object is placed at the principal focus, image formed at infinity. So to form the image, we need to consider minimum 2 light rays. So one light ray is parallel to the principal axis and it incident on the lens. When it is parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it passes through the principal focus of the lens. It passes through the principal focus of the lens. Next, second light ray, which is passing through the optic center of the lens. Now this is the light ray which is passing through the optic center of the lens. So whenever the light ray passing through the optic center, it does not deviate. It does not deviate. Now here it forms the magnified and virtual image. So magnified images means, let us extend the 2 light rays like this. Let us extend the 2 light rays like this. The 2 light rays meet at infinity. The 2 light rays meet at infinity, for image formed at infinity. Infinity means long distance means. Infinity means what? Long distance. Now let us consider this is theta I. Theta I means angle made by the image. Theta I means here angle. Here if you observe this, theta I, it appears like angle made by the object. But theta I is the angle made by the image. Because image formed at infinity we consider somewhere here. Now theta I is the angle made by the image. So now for this figure, now let us take tan theta again. Now let us take tan theta. Now let us take tan theta I. Tan theta I. Tan theta formula opposite side by adjacent side. For this theta I, opposite side is, now this is angle made by the image. Now opposite side will be height of the image. That means HI. Height of the image means HI. You should not take HO. Because theta I is the angle made by the image. So that's why HI by, let us consider image formed, image distance is V. Adjacent side is image distance. That is infinity, we will take it later. For time being, let us consider that image distance is V. Image distance is V. Here we can take it as minus V. Why it is minus V means we are measuring in the opposite direction of incident light from the optic center to image distance. It is measured in the opposite direction of incident light, so it is minus V. So HI by minus V. For small angle, we can take tan theta I is equal to theta I. Small angle approximation. Now this can be written as theta I is equal to, so minus HI by V. So let it be equation number some. So 1. Previously we have taken equations, let it be. So it is equation number 1 in this derivation. Theta is equal to minus HI by V. We know the magnification formula. The magnification formula. What is the magnification formula? M is equal to HI by HO. That is the ratio of size of the image to the size of the object. It is in terms of sizes of the image and object. And also it can be written as V by U like this. So previously we have discussed that. V by U. HI by HO, that is equal to V by U. That is size, the ratio of size of the image to the size of the object. From this formula we can write that is HI is equal to V by U into HO. From this HI you can write HO, you can take this side, it multiplies. This is the value of HI. Substitute the value of HI in the first equation. So from the first equation implies theta I. Theta I is the angle made by the image. Now, so minus, it is 1 by V, minus 1 by V hi. In place of this hi, you can substitute this value, that is V by U into HO. V by U into HO. Now, here V get cancelled. Theta I is equal to, okay, that is minus HO by U. After cancellation this V, we left with minus HO by U. Here HO is the height of the object, U is the object distance. Here, to form the image at infinity, we need to place the object at the principal focus. That means object distance is nothing but F, focal length. That's why, so object distance U is equal to F. Because image should be formed at infinity means we need to place the object at principal focus. So the distance from the optic center to the principal focus, the distance is called principal focal length. So that's why object distance is F. U is equal to F. This is also negative because it is measured in the opposite direction of incidence. Always the distances are measured from the optic center. So it is measured in the opposite direction. U is equal to minus F. Now if you substitute that, theta I is equal to minus HO by minus F. So minus minus cancel. Finally, we will get theta I. Theta I is equal to HO by F. Now already we have determined here theta O. Theta O is the angle made by the object when the object is placed at a D. Theta I is the angle made by the image. Angle made by the image when the image formed at infinity. Now the angular magnification. Here we consider the angular magnification. The angular magnification M is equal to theta I by theta O. That is the ratio of angle made by the image to the angle made by the object. That is equal to, already we have determined the values of theta I and theta O. Theta I is HO by F. Theta I value we have substituted here. Theta I is HO by F. Over theta O already we have determined it HO by D. So HO by D. That is, so HO cancel and D goes to numerator, then M is equal to, we will get here D by F. This is the magnifying power of a simple microscope when the image formed at infinity. So the magnification or the magnifying power when the image formed at near point is 1 plus D by F. Already we have discussed that. When the image formed at near point, the magnifying power formula 1 plus D by F. When the image formed at infinity, the magnification is D by F only. It is 1 less. At near point, 1 plus D by F. At infinity is D by F only. It is 1 less. When the image formed at infinity, the magnification is 1 less than when the image formed at near point. That means if the near image formed at near point, magnification is 100. That means 100 times magnified. Then when the image formed at infinity, the magnification is 99 only, 1 less. At near point 100 means at the infinity it is 99. At near point 10, that is if the object is 10 times magnified. In that case, when the image formed at infinity, the magnification is 9, that is 1 less. Even the magnification is less in case of infinity, generally often this image formed at infinity is considered, because when the image formed at infinity, we can observe the image with the relaxed eye without any strain. So this is about simple microscope and magnifying power of a simple microscope when the image formed at near point and when the image formed at infinity.
If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. For latest updates, subscribe and click the bell icon.